guess we got to clear something up, Orlando. Why do they call you the Big O?
When I moved down here after my sophomore year from Canada, and I was going to Atlantic High School, a lot of people didn't remember my name. So they just started calling me Big O. So the coach just asked me if I had a nickname. He said, Big O, it's called Big O. But when I got to UM, Ray Harris was there. So every time Ray sees me, he's always saying, you're not Big O, you're little, I'm Big O. So,
but now you're the Big O.
Yeah.
You're the Big O. There you go. Try this. Seeing your name in the paper quite a bit in the off-season. You've been with Coach Amy Dean running track. Tell us how you did, and also tell us how track is going to help you for this year's football season.
Well, hope I one made it to Nationals in Oregon, but hopefully we finish in the event. But track also helped me in football because in football you got to learn how to keep your speed and build your stamina.
And if you gotten faster, is it possible that you got faster this offseason?
I'll probably drop a few milliseconds on my time.
There you go. There you go. David Barry, your dad played it to you. Kenny Barry, exactly right. There you go. And now you're here. We're great that you followed in his footsteps and you're part of the family and the tradition, but we got to settle the score. Who's the better football player? Who's the better athlete? The dad or the son?
I let the fans try. Me personally, I want to say it's an honor to play for the University of Miami, but me being Damien Barry and him being Kenny Barry, no disrespect, I'm the overall best athlete ever.
There you go. Orlando, when you had a chance at the end of last season, the last couple ball games to get bumped out there to left tackle, you got to go through spring. It's a big position change going from inside to outside. You're kind of on an island. What are you looking forward to about being the left tackle? What excites you about being the personal protector, so to speak, of Ja'Cory Harris?
Just going in the game and knowing that if anything really happens, it's pretty all on me, you know? Like, I got to be the leader of this offensive line this year. I got to take that role, and I got to lead this team pretty much. I got to protect Ja'Cory and make sure nothing happens to him.
Yeah, right.
This offense will be successful because I'm down for the challenge and I'm going to do my best.
Like that answer. Yeah. Like that answer. Question for you, Travis, is explain to the folks here, what was the rivalry like between Pahokee and Glade Central? Everybody hears about it, it's on ESPN. Give us your version of that rivalry.
It's kind of sort of like Super Bowl or high school. Everybody comes from everywhere, from Georgia to Alabama.
Canada.
Even from Canada. It's just a bunch of athletes, skilled athletes out on the field that go hard every play, and everybody on the field is different.
When you were playing in that ball game, if you're on the winning side, does that give people appreciate that win for a whole year? If you go on the losing side, you got to suffer for a whole year, don't you?
You would never want to be on the losing side, because my 2 years I was on the losing side, and it seemed like nobody in my city there known.
That's what happens. Damien, you started on defense, now you found a home in the backfield, at the top of the eye, so to speak. Tell us about that transition. When you went from defense to offense, how long did it take you to get comfortable at that position? Because especially at the end of last year, you had a couple 100-yard plus running games, and you seemed very, very content and comfortable carrying the football.
At first the transition was kind of hard, but I had to keep my faith in God and basically just focus on what I wanted to do and how I wanted to present myself to the fans and to the University of Miami in the best way possible. And that was just being me, myself, Damien Barry, and being the best Damien Barry I can be.
And you want that football every time you can get it, don't you?
I don't see why we need receivers.
football game. You want to march down the field running the football? Do you want to run block or pass block? What do you get the most pleasure out of? Pass protection or run block?
I like the rubber block. There's something about it. Putting them in the ground, just standing over them, you know you did your job. Pass block, they throw the ball 30 yards down the field, you don't really do anything. Rubber block, it's all about physics, you know.
Travis, I'm going to give you a chance to get even, okay? How good does it feel making those 30 and 40 and 50 and 60-yard catches, and then you come to the sideline and you can remind your running backs and your offensive linemen that they didn't have to work so hard for that score. It happened real quick.
Yeah, because we got a big face with your core and then on, so when you got the next to the top receivers, you don't need to run block. Pass already.
Coach Hill, I'm going to stay with you for a second here, Travis. Coach Hill, in the spring, had you guys working on a lot of stuff. Is there any specific drill that Coach Hill works on or had added this year to make you guys turn into better receivers? Or what does he do on the football field preparing you to catch that football? We know y'all can run. Talk about catching the ball.
We made up a new drill called the finish drill. For after practice, all the receivers running the same route like 15 times and sprint the whole 100 yards throughout the field.
So that means if it's a short catch, it can be a long run for a score. Is that right?
Every time you catch the ball, you got to score.
There you go. There you go. Now, this is kind of a two-part question for Damien and for Orlando. Every time a running back gets over 100 yards, Orlando, they're supposed to take the offensive line out and feed them. I want to make sure, is Damien taking care of you on those 100-yard games?
Nope.
No.